shouldn't be doing that. Whatever it's doing, it shouldn't be doing it. Let's just put it right there. Are you still hearing the sounds that you were hearing? So basically, it was just doing its own thing there for a second. Yeah. My streams have been known to do that, where it's just, yeah, we're just gonna kind of go off in this direction, and we'll see how well it goes. I mean, we're just gonna try something new today. We're just trying something new today. Alright, if the volume is good, if the volume good, if everything sounds alright, we will proceed. You're quiet. Well, dang. Like, I turned up the mic and... oh, Lord. We're gonna get it straight one of these days. I'm just gonna keep talking. Tell me when I'm good. I want to make sure that the people can hear me. We never catch a break on Vans now. We always have to deal with mic issues. And I didn't even mess with the mic settings. It's just that we're dealing with mic issues again. It never fails. Better now. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know why it happens to me so often. But I mean, there it is. What else can be done in this crazy life? Good evening, everybody. JP the Third here, VMsNow.com. We are trying in desperation to get together a schedule so that I can complete this game before 2020. That's the hope. And so far, I've really enjoyed Ash of Gods. I don't want to do like 70 episodes of this game if I can help it. 72 to 3 hour episodes is a nightmare. I can't. Other than that, good day. Yeah, good day today. I almost died. Well, I didn't almost die, but the heat was ridiculous. And this game has been great so far, so I'm hopeful and now the stream gets laggy. Of course. We'll give it a second. It shouldn't be lagging too badly. And try, this one may be on your end because it was just for a little bit, yeah. This one may just be on your end because I'm getting green across the board on everything I'm monitoring this stream with. Like the links I have to go to monitor my own stream are ridiculous. And Sup is not here. Trying to avoid judgment on her terrible actions in the last stream. But that's okay. How many monitors do you have? Technically 3. I have the monitor that I'm playing the game on. I have the monitor that I'm running OBS and Streamlabs on. And I have the monitor that I'm running the stream on. Which, well, it's actually I'm monitoring my stream on iPad. But it counts as a monitor in this scenario. So, we're running 3 wide here. And hoping for the best. Put that out. Okay. Yeah, if Sup shows up, we'll deal with Sup. And we'll see if Sup holds on to that position. For now, let's pick it up where we left off. We're only 3 chapters into this game. We still got a lot of work to do. And try, you gotta eventually get this game. We gotta see what this multiplayer is about. Oh. Don't say it like that, man. It sounds really ominous when you say, "Don't worry, I fixed it." Like, no. Like, is there something you want to tell us? Alright. Chapter 3. With the great, who is this guy? Lo Fan. He's by himself. Why is he so far away from the fire? Holy crap. He's a lone warrior. It's been taken care of. That doesn't help much, but okay. I'm trying to figure out why this dude is... For him to be this far away from the stream, not the stream, but the fire, it says a lot. But it's just Long Fang. He's got an awesome deck so far. Can I upgrade anything? The Stoic Warrior. He's a party of one, and he has low morale. I feel some kind of way. I feel like that's a personal attack on me. Okay. There's really nothing we can do right now. But continue the journey. An ancient way that leads from the city of Wodan to the Triple Menor through the Gillian Tunnel. Hold on, let's back out this map right quick. Let's see where he is in comparison to everybody else. Okay, that's the Great Abyss, Silver Mountains, the Triple Menor, the Red Gates. So, and I can't move them. Can I move the map any further out? Milky Mountains. Okay, so everybody else is beyond the Great Abyss. Like, they're on the other side, and we're to the north. I would love... Sup? Okay, so try lied to you, first and foremost. I clearly said to try. We need to decide what happens to Sup because of what happened in the last stream. If Sup shows up. So he tricked you into coming here. Specifically so that I could do this. I'm sorry, but this is the way it must be. JP. JB giveth power and he taketh it away. Like Try, you knew it was coming. I just wanted to have another buddy on chat. Fine, fine. Sup, I have returned your power to you. Because Try has forgiven you. Right, sick boy. That made me sound like Nagato. But I have returned Sup's power. Because I am a benevolent tyrant. I'm not going to get thanked for it either, but I'm a benevolent tyrant. And that power has been returned. Am I still a mod? Yes. I have JP giveth power, he taketh power, and he gives it again. Benevolent tyranny, that is how Vians now work. You walk out of the city gates, ahead lies the Gillian Tunnel, the shortest way south. The temple hymn sung by the redhead still echoes in your ears. For the first time in 30 years, you remember your mother's tears the day you were taken for training in the Shadow Temple. Why did nothing stir inside you when you came back to take your brother in several years' time? Why did your family home seem strange? Why were you so unmoved by your mother's tears? Why does your heart ache now, all of a sudden? To free someone of pain, one must understand its nature. What wounded you in Woden? The children among the prisoners looked at you with terror and curiosity, pointing their fingers, and even smiling. It's how your brother looked when you came for him, before he knew of the fate awaiting him. Your younger brother didn't know that you were brothers no longer. All Shadow Clan warriors are equal. There are no brothers or friends, no notion of age. You are the building blocks of the Shadow Temple. You pushed aside your mother and struck your father as he tried to stop your hand. These memories hurt deep in your chest. You struggle to name the feeling. Is it shame? You know, so JP Secret Nagato. That needs to be a board game. Try and get on that. Secret Nagato. I just misunderstood Sup. I don't know if that's even possible for Try to be misunderstood. I would like to... The dark arc of the Gellian tunnel looms ahead. Just before the entrance, you see a steel machine straddling an iron road, a relic from the times of yore. The tunnel is the shortest way south. A noise behind you makes you turn around. No surprise, some of the fugitives followed you south to the tunnel currently guarded by Frisian soldiers. Remarkably, there isn't a single male amongst the fugitives. However, the women carry weapons, and the red-haired Reet is one of them. Do they hope the guards are busy herding fugitives in the vicinity of Von? We'll warn them. You raise your hand to the fugitives, indicating they should not follow you. The women stand still, but are in no rush to disperse. So Lo Fang has a harem now, apparently. Either that or the developers of this game watched way too much Mad Max. Hey. Oh, no. Nagato thinks he's worthless, not that he's psychotic. He doesn't realize that even when he has a freaking gun pointed to his own head and is pulling the trigger. Because he's sure his luck will save him. And it does, to be fair to him. But still, psycho. I think that's clear by the end of the game. A Frisian detachment intercepts you before the tunnel. You address the soldier. I need to get to Gelia. Start the machine. Neither of us want needless deaths here. The Frisian blinks at you and drops his sword. With all due respect, Icon, Frisians have dignity too. You won't pass while there's at least one of my men standing. You gather that you shouldn't be too pushy offering the guards their lives. Suddenly you sense a natural heat. Something glows in the redhead's hands. Could these be magic battle cards? The woman is full of surprises. Once again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Steps in to save the day. There is movement at the tunnel entrance. You can't let the Frisians start the machine before you get to it. It's time to remove an obstacle. The fugitives draw their weapons and stand beside you. Whatever happens, they chose it. Lo Fang, slightly busy. Literally, look at this lineup. It's just all women. This is where all the women... This is where all the women of the game were. They were all in Lo Fang's harem. Oh my god. Yeah, I think we're going to need them all. Yep. Don't interrupt Mike. If he wants to hang out in voice chat by himself, that's his choice. Let that man have his peace. I'm still trying to figure out why all the women of the game are with Lo Fang. Apparently he's just that dude. He's got it like that. We should not judge. Alright, let's do this fight. Where you have a harem. He didn't know he had a harem, okay? He didn't realize it when he was walking by himself. Because you remember, when he was walking by himself, really chill, just chilling in the background. And then suddenly, all these women just start following him like, hey, can we hang with you? I guess. Well, that and Lo Fang has detached himself from his emotions. He is non-feeling. He's just now starting to get back to feeling. We're gonna put him in the middle of this. Why is she in the back? Oh, because her health is ridiculously low. So yeah, we're gonna kind of keep her to the back. So yeah, clearly the developers of this game have watched Fury Road. Because literally, I think these are all of the dude with the masked wives. Like, it's a gift here. I do hazard to say that my Southern Christian upbringing might have something to say about this. Alright, let's do this thing. A little like the running scene of Force. Try, you are not helping. Anyway, as long as these women can fight, we're good. So far, so good. Lo Fang probably has the most health of anybody. He has no energy, but he has all the health. I don't know what that is. Like, literally, I don't even think I need these tricks to do anything. They just need to sit. Maybe I should have them do something so it's not that ridiculous, but just sit back and let the man handle it. Nah, y'all can help. Oh, his skills are ridiculous. And Reed just about damn near bites it. Good job, Reed. Let's do speed up. Can I do speed up? No? Nope. Okay, I got intern. Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong person. Whoops. Okay. Like, they are... I'm a little concerned that none of the soldiers are moving. Like, or rather they're moving really slow. Like, they're not... Usually, in the last few fights, they've bunched up together. So that helped out a lot. The fact that they're not is going to be problematic. Oh. And suddenly we find the problem. Yep. Okay, so Houston, we have a problem. Long Fang can't fight. He's out of energy. Damn it. Okay, yeah, so there's nothing he can do. So, whether I like it or not, his harem must defend him. Just Christ. Long Fang is probably the strongest person in this, the second strongest other than Hopper. And he's got nothing. Stop, charge your phone. What are you doing? Where are you? It's not done cooling down yet. Okay, so we gotta move her forward. What's up? Life was nice while it lasted. Yeah, she has no time to answer. Damn it, Sup! Why didn't Sup charge that phone? Why? Alright. Alright, that thing cooled down. What? Okay, fine. Hopefully Sup can get to a computer soon. That would be nice. I gotta tell you, the women folk are holding up quite well. Armor crack. Oh yeah, go, man, go for it. Damn, girl. Okay. Okay, we got the Amazon squad going here. Like, it's funny that they're not technically fighting back. Let me take care of the crossbowman, though, just in case. I don't want him to start firing on us. Oh, shit. Yeah, that took a chunk of energy out. And we're going to get this guy, maybe? No, back out. Okay. Okay, so he can attack now. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna go with it. And we've got some energy now, so hopefully that'll help out Long Fang. Oh, and a counterattack by Long Fang, but he's out of energy again. Okay, so that happened. I am like kind of impressed with my squad here. They're putting in work. Like, and one of the archers is down. Great. Okay, we're still good. One person always dies. I don't care what I do. Alright. And what? Some of her attacks are still in cooldown, so okay. You could have tried staying alive. I didn't feel like it, okay? I didn't feel like it. Okay, the only deals. Oh yeah, he's all the way done. And Long Fang is now dead. This is why we couldn't have it. We could not have, this is why we can't have nice things. Alright, ladies, it's up to you. Like, it's almost a guarantee that some of my squad will die. I think my playstyle is too aggressive. That may be it. Through the legs! Through the legs and into the balls. Very nice attack. Like by the end of the game, we should be there. It's just gonna take a minute. You glance at the machine in the aftermath, but there's no reason to worry. The mechanics hide in a hut perched on the shoulder of the mountain. A Frisian official sticks his head out of the carriage and disappears inside again. The fugitives who help you during the fight wait patiently for you to speak or act. You walk to the mouth of the tunnel in silence. The young women follow you in kind. Like, yeah, clearly they watched Fury Road. A lot of Fury Road. Yeah, that was come on, that was a great shot, man. 1 in a million. The tall, dark-skinned woman turns to you. In my opinion, we should kill every last Frisian and manage the machine ourselves. I think it's only a matter of moving a lever or two. A very attractive woman, who obviously knows it, winks at you. Don't know about the machine, but every man has a lever that moves him whether you want it, wherever you want, if you know how to find it. Is it the same way for you, Icon? I mean, Jesus, lady, we're still covered in blood over here from the people we just killed. Can we have a second? A second before you go for the D. I'm just saying. This girl is pretty subtle. Just dripping with subtlety. It's the David Cage style of subtlety try. That's what it is. The inner workings of the icon are the same, you reply, forcing a smile. But you can no more command an icon than make the world revolve around you. You'll hurt yourself. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Okay, so they're clearly flirting. They're clearly flirting. Oh, God. You can tell that the dark-skinned woman has had military training. An oath might break apart a sword, or hurt himself with it, you say. Think twice before walking on a precipice. A gust of wind might blow you off the edge. Kidney runs her fingers through her hair, confused. I don't get it. The levers look hard to break. You'd have to know how to do it, and I don't see a precipice. With this, she walks to the side. I thought that icons were tight-lipped, Shannon said with a caustic smile. A word to the wise, the talkative ones are usually impotent. Trust me, I know. Shannon turns away and starts climbing the machine. You give her a fair warning. If you break the machine, I'll kill you. Hey, it's nothing complicated, the woman tells you. When I was a kid, I used to travel on the Gordon Ferry with my dad. The ferry ran on a steam engine too. The wood goes here, the water poured there. It's already set to go. I just can't move the levers. Damn, I thought I was strong enough. Okay, we're leaving. Now convinced that the woman can't start the engine, you leave her alone and walk away. Try, don't you start. You open the carriage door and one-handedly haul out the Frisian. He won't know how to operate the machine, but you could question him. You just don't want the fugitives to get in the way. The frightened Frisian can barely speak. It was waiting for your master, Icon. You served Pelko Satori in Volden, or no longer? You shall not escape vengeance! You press the tip of your sword to the official's chin. Answer my question. Say only what's relevant. Do you think Frisians have no honor? Sputters the Frisian. It's the Shadow Clan that has forgotten what honor is. With one swing of the sword, you slice off the Frisian's hand. Whining in pain and clutching him stump, he falls to his knees. You lift the official's chin with the tip of your sword again. What shall I find in the tunnel and beyond? Reed approaches you. Nobody deserves to be tortured, she says in a low voice. If you're going to kill, do it. Pain for pain's sake is inhuman. Well, you size up the redhead. She just had a close brush with death, and here she is, pitying a Frisian who never do the same for her. Her words echo in your head. This is the Frisian way. Pain for pain's sake. It's Frisia's foundation. Reed clenches her teeth. I'm Cameron. My people kill, but they do not torture. Here in Frisia, it's the Temple's domain. Its laws are not human laws. You swing your sword for the third time, and the Frisian kneels over. Clenching his sliced throat, he jerks in agony. Reed brushes the sweat from her brow. If a person becomes lower than an animal, he loses all humanity. It's pointless to question those who won't answer, she says under her breath. I hope you'll find me worthy of a painless death. You wipe your sword clean and return it to its scabbard. Reed's face is drawn. She wears her deserved death, though very few people ever find the nerve to confront a warrior of peace. Alright. She's ruining the interrogation. Yeah, with her pacifism and just kill him. But it's the David Cage way. Of course, we will only have those options. You walk up to the hut where the mechanics are hiding and knock on the door. 4 Frisians emerge. They have nowhere to run. Judging by their faces, they saw the outcome of your conversation with the official. You look the mechanics up and down. Whichever one of you starts the machines and takes me to the other side of the tunnel may live. Severe punishment awaits those who aid you, such that death will appear a blessing, one of the Frisians says apprehensively. You draw your sword, press it to the Frisian's throat, and repeat your question. The man stutters, but no answer comes out. You slit his throat and wave your bloody weapon at the remaining mechanics. One of the Frisians gulps nervously, obvious despite his black beard. Tentatively, he raises a hand. I can start the engine and take you to the other side of the tunnel, but mark my words, you'll have to fight your way through. If I do this, my life is forfeit. They call me Doom, if you care. With 2 more stabs of your sword, 2 more Frisians tumble dead to the ground. I guess we didn't need the extras, okay. Doom, get the engine ready to start. Don't try to fool me. You can't hide from the Shadow Clan. Remember that you've chosen to live. There's suspicious noise inside the carriage. You might want to investigate. No, I don't. I think I know what we're going to find there, and I want to keep my YouTube certification. The redhead, whose temple hymn performance impressed you so much, shakes with anger, waiting for a chance to unleash it upon you. She won't say anything new, but you'll probably need the aid of her and her companions to get through the tunnel. Wheat looks you straight in the eye. What would you do had I finished off that wretched Frisian? the one you tortured beside the machine. Would I pay with my life for interfering with your plans? Reed's eyes are daggers. My kin, the Kimura, aren't exactly wandering healers and well-doers, but I'll always say that you must not inflict pain for pain's sake. Something makes you reply, I'll kill you if you stand in my way. However, I do not relish pain for its own sake. Do not meddle, and we shall part ways peacefully. Reed shrugs. Why choose the worst? Evil inclinations infect you with evil. You can slice bread with a dirty knife, but it won't be good to eat. Oh, you can eat bread sliced with a dirty knife. Some eat the flesh of their enemies while they're still alive. With this, you leave Reed to her thoughts. I think we need to... What could possibly go wrong? Yes, Try, what could possibly go wrong? Should we inspect the tunnel, the carriage, knowing full well that the most flirtatious one in the bunch is in there? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, yeah, we're going to do it. I just want my objections noted. Okay? Okay. You silently approach the carriage and peek through the window. Two of the fugitives are hunched inside. One of them wipes tears from her face. Okay, this is better than actually what I was thinking. The other comforts her. It appears that they're talking about you. You should probably listen in. The winches are stuck with you until you're through the tunnel. Bala puts an arm around the other woman's shoulders. It's going to be alright, Swarty. The worst is behind us. We weren't nailed to the scaffold, tortured to death, or sent to lands unknown. That's all in the past now. Swarty shudders. And what of the future? Did you see that icon? He's worse than the Inquisitors. He carved that Frisian like a pig. What were you imagining? I was imagining that they were killing people in the carriage. That's what. In a loud whisper, Swarty continues. Did you hear what the Inquisitor said about icons? They could cut a child into pieces, but only if they're paid to do it. Or something like that. I was out of it by then. Bala chuckles. You've been out of it since the night we got rounded up in the Gordon Square. I told you that something bad was going to happen. There were many signs. How did we deserve this? Kenny was a prisoner, fine. But who did we ever cross? You, me, and Shannon. Swarty moans in complaint. Bala lowers her voice. Didn't you hear the temple servants? The temple of the divine wrath requires blood. Lots of it. Reed expected them to drive us to Berkana and told us to wait until we got there. She hoped to escape in Berkana, but the executions began in Woden. This icon is our only chance. You ponder this. The fugitives, it seems, hope for your protection. They must be crazy. You need no burdens or aid. Once through the tunnel, you'll part ways with them. You climb into the carriage and take a seat with a perfect view of the surroundings. Just as you expected, the winches followed you. They procure some supplies. The rumblings of the engine make them cringe. Doom shows up carrying several oil lamps. The tunnel is dark, he shouts. We'll need the lamps. There'll be an outpost halfway in, and we'll have to negotiate passage. Reed says something under her breath, eyes still glued to you. You read her lips. Oh, we'll negotiate. What is that supposed to be? Sup, welcome back. That needs to be a poster or a t-shirt. My Southern Christian upbringing doesn't approve of this. You silently signal Doom to start the engine. There's been too much talk already, but you'll have to speak to the woman sooner or later. They're stuck with you until you reach the tunnel's exit. Okay, so we have Hopper and his group, Thorin Brennan and his group, and Lo Fang and his harem. Not bad. Alright. Let's do some squad management. Like, none of them are even remotely close to the fire. Like, well, okay, Swarty is. We'll come back to them in a second. Okay, so Mike, what's going on? Welcome to the game, my friend. My Christian Minecraft server. Excuse me, excuse me. So it looks like this entire country is connected through this steam rail line. Gelia is here. And we'll be able to cross the Great Abyss to where everybody else is at. Everybody else is down here. We're up north. So there's a hot spring right before the Triple Minor. There's a hot spring. Yeah, at least you're here. You didn't miss the intro music. Excuse me, we're riding with a harem of warrior women, and on the pathway there's a hot spring. Come on. Come on. And it's labeled the Kimra Path. Like, that's the name of Reek's people. That's the one we're going to end up taking. This game. We have to go to the hot spring. I know. We kind of have no choice. Like, it's kind of a requirement. How to work the lever? Try. I'm going to tell on you if you keep this up. Try. I'm going to tell on you. To your streaming audience that was mad at me for starting chaos in your stream and telling you to kill everybody in Detroit. I was like, well, in my stream, Try is trying to get me to go to a hot spring with 5 nubile women. Doom stops the engine for a minor repair. Without a distracting noise, your thoughts drift back to Reek. Does she truly pity her enemies? Death came as a relief to that frisson. What does she know of endless agony that makes you beg for death? What does she know of starvation and sleep deprivation, and of the exhaustion of the combat training? Does she know how children are made into Shadow Clan warriors? They never complain or cry. It is forbidden. Designs, which instill foreigners with awe, are cut into the Icon children's skin with a knife and treated with a caustic poultice, prolonging the pain for several weeks. These children are beaten for the slightest of offenses, even crying and smiling. What does the redhead know of torture? None of them were the same. Their teachers gave them... Crap. I lost my third screen. Hold on, everybody. The teachers gave them pets to care for, and then, after a while, demanded they kill them. New pets were given, which they were forced to torture and kill, while showing no emotion. Then came the foreigners' turn. They did the same to adults and children alike, torturing and murdering, staying cool and composed, torture and murder, leaving behind revulsion and bloodlust, rising above horror and hatred of their teachers, rekindled now after so many years of calm. Doom pokes his head into the carriage, jolting you from your musings. It's done. We're ready to go. The next stop is the cave outpost. The next stop is the cave outpost a short way from here. We'll restock on wood and refill the water tank. There's usually a small guard though. I'll stop the machine and leave the rest to you. You're a warrior of peace. When the river of life bends, you go with the flow. Doom shrugs and gets to the engine. The engine noise is soon replaced by the squeak of the wheels. A dim light appears ahead. Okay. Mike, yeah, he is... Lo Fang is interesting. He's been through a lot. Yeah, we're on some kind of steampunk train. Alright, back to the squad manager screen. Let me just see something right quick. Yeah, I need to hold on to my Strixes for the moment because I need them to travel. Listen to this description. Shanette is dangerous, even out of combat. She's selfish, ruthless, and deceitful. You should get to know her better. Dude, still begging on the outside chance you can tap that, huh? I mean, really, man. Come on. Well, let's talk to her. You're the only one without hope in your eyes. Are you going I don't know what that's supposed to say. What good is hope? You want to know the truth? I murdered an important temple servant, ambushed him and slit his throat in revenge. After that, I got myself into a brawl and they threw me in a dungeon. If not for the reaping, I'd have walked free already. I like this chick. So you notice my skills. I studied in the same temple as Kendi, but in a different way. I saw her there, quite often, mostly on all fours, rather than studying. Even with studying, she was ready to spread her legs at any moment. Jesus, chick! Like, chill for a second. I'm not blaming Kendi, just explaining that I'm not like her. Who are you then, Shanette? I was taught what Kendi learned the hard way, and more. They were saving me for something special, turning me into a killer, a venomous snake. They taught me the various tricks and the mysteries of the bedchamber, poison, knives, special strikes, many things. I was a good student. Oh, she will kill you. Oh my god. Why would a temple acolyte need such skills? That I don't know. My mentor said that true power isn't about strength and station. It's also your sting, and a stinger needs sharpening. Well, technically speaking, in ancient times, in certain cultures, prostitutes were usually the most dangerous assassins and spies because, you know, all the important people in a town or country would want to sleep with them and share their secrets. Usually they spill their secrets when they're, you know, doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing with prostitutes. So, the training makes sense. I would have avoided that slam on Kendi, though, because technically she can throw down. Shammy. A grammar Nazi. What do you care? Are you surprised that Icon sees birth without the written consent of your council of elders? Are you trying to control another man's seed as you do your own? Well then. Frisia pales in comparison to what I've heard about your island. Who you're trying to entice? A female breeder or a piece of meat for tempering your blades? Do you believe in those old wives' tales? It's better to overestimate the danger. Such mistakes are more forgiving. What suspends a bird in the sky? Nothing. I'm just like that. If you get high enough, you can spread your wings and fly above your troubles. You only need to look down from time to time. If you see some prey, you dive, grab it, rest on a rock, eat it, and then go back to the skies. An Icon warrior who doesn't know where he's going. And me, a brainless woman following him. And blood that blankets the earth like an autumn frost. I'm just like you, Icon. Our eyes are similarly narrow, but how else do we look alike? Not giving a shit about others. Or myself either, to be honest. Wow. Why'd you skip over that dialogue? I skipped over that dialogue because of reasons. What good is belief? You can't spread it on bread or wrap it around your shoulder. I see right through you, and I'm happy with what I see. It's useless to seduce you, but you won't betray me. Okay, so she's not technically in the harem, but she is in the harem. Like, she's like, I mean, if the situation calls for it, she's not going to kill us. So, I think that's as good as any. Give me one quick second, guys. I gotta plug up my tablet. Okay, so that's a no-go on plugging up the tablet. Never mind. Okay, what the hell did I miss? Well, I was away. I take one look at chat. I take one look. What are you guys doing? Oh my god. I leave you guys alone for 5 seconds. Oh Lord Almighty. I can't leave you guys alone at all. Honestly, I kind of expected. Dang it, and the battery pack is dead. Okay. Okay. Gonna have to adjust some things then. I should have planned better for this. I can't leave you guys alone for a minute. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I think I got it charging. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. All right. That was a lot of work for very little reward. Alright, we're good. Alright, let me catch up on this chat right quick. Do you want to weigh in? You know what? Try. I think the thing to do is to keep the stream going. I think that's the right thing to do. We got 4 more women to talk to. I think that's the right thing. Why are you going to Bracana and not to Vandalia? What's in Vandalia for me? I'm Frisian despite the color of my skin. My grandpa was from Balder, and you know what happened to Balder. I didn't learn my skills in the army. I fought in the temple arenas. I wasn't alone, Icon. Believe it or not, temple harlots are allowed to do many things, especially if we disguise our whims with levity. The price of my schooling was real, however. I gambled, defeating 5 temple servants and winning my freedom. They wouldn't have honored the bargain, but it just so happened that the Primarch was looking for a reason to take them down a peg. I had obliged. How much did you bet? And where did you get the money? I didn't have any money, so I bet my life, agreeing to be tortured on top of it all. The temple servants sharpened their knives, fighting over who'd get to peel off my dark skin. Jesus Christ, this game! Literally everyone is an asshole. Good God. Love did. Take it or leave it. The temple issued me a bodyguard's license. I was quickly hired, and my client started helping me straight away. And I, fool that I was, grew quite fond of his wife. So I put up with him, even though I knew he'd end up paying for it. So, okay. Not like she's any better. She was begging her boss's wife. And that's a sentence I never thought I'd say on stream. But there we are. Okay, I'm looking back at chat. Why are we talking about Snake's ass? I you can keep doing it, of course. I would just like to know for my own edification. That's all. Say again. Mike, I'm going to let you read that paragraph again. She was having sex with both of them, but particularly liked his wife. Good job, Try. Good job. Now I have a new nickname, Snake. He got off easy. I gave him a quick, nearly painless death, but I didn't turn in the wife who set me up. Still, I paid a high price. She turned me in instead, even though she didn't have to. So now I'm here. So, Kenny got used to take care of that woman's husband. And, yeah. You're here for another reason. The Reaping. Give it a rest, Icon. The Reaping is punishment for an ocean of human sins, mine included, even if they are but a drop. Neither. I believe someone watches over all people, but without a specific purpose. The god or gods don't care about us. It'd be better if they forgot about us completely. I've always been a free woman, even though I had every orifice subjected to the temple's lechery when I was young. Literally, everyone in this game is an asshole. Nice. I mean, how else are you in this conversation? Yeah, nice talk. Good to know. Good to meet you, Kenda. I want you to know that I'm relying on you, Kendi. Whether it makes you happy or not, I rely on you too, Icon. It's nice to work without the usual sniveling and whining. Alright. Hopefully she doesn't poison your companions. Yeah, let's talk to her. Oh, so I think that's a requirement now. Try. I saw you brew something in a little pot, seasoning it with herbs and ashes. Who's that brew for? Seriously, the posing in this game. Don't worry, Icon. It's not for you. I haven't decided who it's for yet. It's a love potion, but not the kind that affects the heart. This one invigorates the loins. And I know what to do about that. I learned a thing or two about my time. Why is every woman in this harem ridiculously horny? Well, not ridiculously, like... Kendi, I don't think is concerned about us. Everybody else is talking about sex. Yes, and you're thinking it, you don't even have to say it. My Southern Christian upbringing has a lot to say about this. I'll fill a flask and keep it on my chest. Or did you mean exploiting the lust of others? I'll give a drop to some rich Birkin, and he can hump whoever he likes. But he'll come back to me for the second drop. It's a foul potion. It's a harm. Yes, it's a harm try. I know that, but can they cool it down just a little bit? We're trying to get to a war here. It's the Reaping try. I know very little of her. I believe she was a slave from Gabona, but the Gabonas sold her to the Gels. So I won't look for family roots in Gabona. A clean past leads to a clean new life. What if someone recognizes you in Bacana? There are potions for that too. But in truth, no one would recognize me. I wouldn't even recognize myself in the mirror. When I changed my name, I severed the last connections to my former life. That is totally equivalent. Mike, did you just call a sex ed book Sakura Fantasy? Or did you just call Sakura Fantasy a sex ed book? It's just... No. A good person taught me that you must do your best to survive. An attacker can wrest a knife from you, and the same is true of the bow and the sword. Spears and sticks, on the contrary, are always handy. You can grab a shovel, a hoe. We're not going to dig in too much further into that. Anything goes. You never know what might save your life. Did you drive away the customers? We're going to leave that one alone. It was an old man, a Frisian veteran. I rented a room from him. I didn't bring company there, of course. We were trying to avoid the subject. I cooked him meals in exchange for lessons. I was taken when he died. You can always tell a good teacher by his students, like seeing a room's interior through a clean window. Other than impaling myself. I think I'm turning red. Oh my god. Sup, help me, Sup. You're the mod. You try and make sense of all this horniness. Other than impaling myself on other shafts and impaling the enemies in battle, are you proposing to me? If you must know, I can do almost anything. Cook, clean, sew and knit, cure simple wounds, set bones, read and write, and bear children. At least I think I can have kids. I haven't tried yet. I didn't even look at try. Try, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's really not a good time to have children. But, well, I'm sure you'll try later. Oh my god almighty. I noticed that the not safe for work queen has run from chat the minute Bala shows up, which is like her spiritual student. That's what I'm hoping for. Not just for hardship's sake, but to have a living being that reflects my affection. Do you even understand what I'm talking about? Everyone has a mother. Not even I can have forged in a smithy. Good luck to you, kid. I could use some luck and patience. A girlfriend of mine taught me to be patient. Imagine being trapped under a rock slide, she said. Part of you can't help but rejoice at still being alive. Although truthfully, more often, I imagine myself stuck under a filthy sack. As long as you don't end up inside that sack. Yeah, you missed a lot of not safe for work material. Well, at least of all the girls here, Swarty and Reet should be the least keyed up. We should have... Our conversations with them should be calm. I noticed you mending clothes. You're good with a needle. Do you think women like me are only good? Come on! Come on! Why? You were supposed to be the one to not mention sex. Good grief. Oh, man. We can't escape it. This is truly a harem. We can't escape it, no matter what we do. Quit being a misogynist. Try shut up. The women are not helping. They're gonna shoot you with an arrow. Yeah. Oh yes, you'll toil and bend over backwards to keep yourself fed. If you want to live, you'd eat shit and say thank you. That's been out of my mind. That's been on my mind recently. Maybe I should stop sleeping around. Oh god. We're not. 3 is coming, Mike. It's on a list of things, so we'll choose 3 in a minute. We're going down the list, but yeah, I'm expecting. This is a harem. I should be expecting a lot of naked flesh in a second, really. Yes, let Mike pick the dialogue choices. You're just looking for company or choosing a wife? I'm asking questions. I'm asking simple questions. Stop thinking with your vagina. If you want a quickie, we'll agree on a price, but I won't marry you. What did I ever do to you? Like, okay, now this one we'll let chat decide on this one, because both of these options are equally hilarious. Which one do you guys think is better? Okay, we got 1 vote for 2. 2 votes for 2. It's on the gay shape for promotion. Try, I think you spent too much time playing, what is it, Soul Set? Which I finally got today. I just went ahead and picked it up on the Itch.io sale. So I'm looking forward to playing it myself. But you clearly spent too much time playing that game. What did I ever do to you? That's always the way, isn't it? Every asshole asks, what did I ever do to you? Instead of making an effort to do something nice. And now we get to the choice that Mike has been waiting for. That depends on the pay. I've heard various things. I think twice if I were you. Even a slave woman's patience has its limits. You're no longer a slave. I'm emancipated. My father gave me freedom, but no money. I guess I should be happy he let me keep my dress. He gave me my documents, but the Frisian guard took them away for minor misconduct. Well, yeah, that was kind of lame. It's your life, Swarty. I wasn't thinking anything else. And for that, I'm thankful. Even a woman like me prefers a true word to one that's kind or rude. Okay. So far we've been 4 for 4 with our harem. Maybe Reet will be the one that we can have a normal conversation with. Just keep your hands out of my pants, woman. Why are you always alone? Do the camera avoid befriending foreigners? Do icons befriend foreigners? I'm never alone. My tribe and my step are always with me. How can you say that? The Ancestors are the tribe. Skilled or not, they're warriors. Even though they're vagrants who serve evil, you should still treat them as warriors. Like, you guys are all the worst. Hagrid did it. The matriarch of our clan, she knew the Ancestors' language and spoke to them. Those who didn't understand or wouldn't listen, she killed. The rest she saved, if only for a short while. Few Ancestors can survive a reaping. Though they don't always appear during reap time, they were always around long enough for the Kimmer to be created. Are there women among the Ancestors? Did any fancy the masked strangers? How did it happen? That's the nub of the problem, Icon. No one fancied them, but Hargad had a special skill. She possessed women's bodies and forced them. Everyone is an asshole in this game. Oh my god. Forced them to have the Ancestors' children. It's a grim story, but the camera wouldn't be here otherwise. Neither would I. Her brain. So while you guys are talking about Reet's shirt, she's busy talking about the history of her tribe, which was basically formed through rape. Raping evil shadow soldiers. Like, both, like, the hell? I don't even know what to say. Like, can this game get any darker? I wouldn't tell you, even if they existed, which they don't. The Kimmer have their own hideouts, and the ghost towns as Donut occasionally accepts us. But our true home is the steppe. Our ceiling, the blue skies, our houses are covered wagons, which can be on the move again in a matter of minutes. So basically, she's a gypsy. Got it. You've heard the nickname. Some people call the Kimera restless nomads. We're restless because we're waiting for the end of the world. Our mother and founder, Harga, predicted it, and the past reaping signaled the same. Why worry about things beyond your control? Why live in the shadow of a 700-year-old prophecy? The reaping may flay this world, but can do no worse. This is the third reaping icon. According to the prophecy, what happened twice shall again. What happens thrice is done for good. I also believe that there's nothing a man can do. In no particular spot, though I know where you're going with this. Harga possessed other women's bodies to bear against his children. She who can possess others can live forever. But immortality eluded Harga. Even so, she never received a burial. This woman literally gave birth to an entire nation by force. No, we're holding off the chat for a second because I want to know what's going on with the red hair too. Mike, please explain yourself. Anytime now, Mike. I'm sure you got a good explanation. Mike! Damn it, Mike. Alright, she was one of the 12 who forfeited their lives in the drowsy deep 700 years ago. She cast a spell on herself and turned to stone, then crumbled to ash. All who visit the place walk on her flesh. Ew. I see. Our chronicles say that 12 broke the circle of mortal vanity and embraced non-existence. The power they released nearly tore Terminum in half. You might say that I've already seen my family, and I'm now going where I want, where I ought to go. Want to or ought to? We'll find out soon enough, Icon. There are no obvious answers. It's what I've been contemplating. Come talk to me when you have more. As the Kimera saying goes, weaving words isn't like driving herds. Okay, so that's everybody. Let's continue the journey. I think it's a given that most people like redheads. I mean, if you look at the Commander Shepard situation, there's a reason why her poster was of the redhead version. What is this? The machine stops and you and your companions jump out of the carriage. You don't see any guards around despite expecting their numbers to be double the normal. Doom scratches his head. That's weird. Not a single watchman in sight. They're either gone or assembled in the cave where they store the wood and water. The only sheltered space. I wonder why no one came out, duh. They should have heard us coming. You look back to your companions and they're already coming, weapons drawn. You need not say a word. Man, listen to that wind effect. You tell the fugitives to wait for your signal. Open the door and enter the cave. Armed Frisians are inside, but they're not in a hurry to attack you. Of course, they wouldn't know what happened in Wotan just yet. You wonder why they're hiding here, so you decide to talk to them first. The sergeant steps forward and looks you over. You're an Icon, right? You serve Pelko Satori. Give him our best regards. Wait, wasn't a different official supposed to come with you? Do you know where he is? Since you're here, though, it doesn't matter. It's as clear as day that someone paid the local guards to kill the person whose stead you came. Such are Northerners. If they didn't squabble amongst themselves so much, they'd have conquered Bracana long ago. However, it's not your concern. You're facing another obstacle. At your command, your warrior Richard fell into the cave. Look, I knew it was coming. But at the same time, I think I prefer warrior wenches over here. The sergeant's face hardens. What's this ragtag entourage? I see they're armed. Have you betrayed Frithia? For that, you'll be quartered. Boys, kill the traitors! Alright. Here we go. Alright, everybody's on deck. Let's do this thing. I would like to point out that the minute Triad said that redheads were vampires, I noticed that we have a card in the deck called Vampirism. So we got that going for us. Y'all are all the worst. Alright, so I'm going to split them up into 2 groups. You 3 go this way. Oh wait, they need a they're gonna need someone with a bow. Alright, that should be good formation. Fair enough, Mike, fair enough. But seriously, Morn Warrior Winch. Really, sup? Oh no. Yeah, really, sup? Alright, let's do it. We'll start on the right and work our way down. They are heavily reliant on card attacks. All right. And over the shoulders. Nice shot. I do appreciate that nobody's in any particular hurry. Crap. I was hoping to do like a skill there, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. All right, we march on. Okay, what the hell was that? Like I was very clearly not doing anything with Long Thing, and it decided to do anything anyway. Whatever. Whatever. We roll on. That was you ruining the fight. Try, you are not helping at all. All right. Oh, that's a... Son of a bitch. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, let's not do that yet. It doesn't matter anyway. I'm only on turn 2, which means I can only do Exchange of Souls, but we're not going to do that yet. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. It's not gonna be easy. I'm gonna need a lot of Strixes after this one. Good grief. Okay. And can we get another through the legs attack? Through the legs! Into the balls. Nice shot. And now I'm dead. That is ridiculous. Like, the ones with the swords are fine. It's everybody else that keeps dying. I am gonna have to use some Strixes though, before it's all said, before the next mission. Two Skulls is pushing it. All right, we won under the loosest possible definition of victory. Yeah, we're gonna have to heal some. We're gonna have to do some healing, and we get to level some folks up. After the battle, you tell Doom to attend the engine while you return to the tunnel. One of the women thwarted lingers by one of the dead Frisians. Perhaps she's looting the body. You choose to turn a blind eye and deal with it later if necessary. That could have gone worse. Oh, that could have gone much worse. Alright. Alright, first we're gonna heal the party. It only takes, I think in our other party, it takes, what, 25 or 30 Strixes to heal? So 15 isn't bad. And then we'll level them up. It is what it is. What I really need. Let's go Bold Ascension. Because I need moves that helps with his health. Because it takes nothing for him to die. Yeah, there's always a cost, and I do like that about the game. There's always a cost to what you want to do. Nothing's ever easy. Yeah, Archery Master. Unlock that. I'm gonna need it. Alright, so we got everybody healed up. We got everybody leveled up. Now we conversate. What did you find? Didn't Kendi search the bodies? Why disturb the dead? One of the Frisians moaned. A flash of consciousness just before he died. He was asking for water. He was raving. They were to ambush and kill a particular count, he said, but didn't expect to run into an icon. Their employer still waits at the end of the tunnel. He also mumbled something about a legion. Legions? You leave in silence. Pelko Satori foresaw this attempt on his life. You'll find out if the ambushes are prepared for a counterattack soon enough. Alright. You approach the dark-skinned fugitive. Broad-shouldered and impudent-looking. She's the last person in need of comfort. Then why are we talking to her? I don't need your pity if that's what you're offering. Aren't the icons pitiless? The time for pity is over. I can tell you've had military training. Were you a soldier? A bodyguard? You're not averse to responsibility, are you? Is it really so obvious? And here I was thinking you didn't even notice us. Look after your companions. Don't let them loot. I don't want to run around giving everyone orders. Addressing you should be sufficient. One of your own warriors' maxims comes to mind. A woman leaves nothing to chance, even if she attributes a lot to it. You keep looking at me. Did you want to talk? I didn't think it was in the icon's nature. I was taught that words and swords require equal precision. When you say brings, you deny, my free will. Frisians are the ones who call the Chimera bandits, and you're not Frisian. Still, I'll answer you. I came to Frisia looking for wisdom, but at a very unfortunate time. I want to go back to my tribe. You should know that these cars were only crafted by the Chimera in the last 700 years. But the cars came with the reaping. The instance brought them. Between reapings, they are useless. An able sorcerer will always have use for them, especially during a reaping. As for the Chimera, the blood of both Incense and Bracana flows in our veins. This should explain much. We are not looting. I merely hope that we can be travel companions. If your destination is the Isle of Shadows, we're heading in the same way. We could be useful to one another. I doubt it. Remind me of this conversation if we travel together. I know a shortcut. I'll need to consider this. Noise coming from the engine isn't very thought-inducing. It's not much farther to go. The tunnel ends soon. I like the sound of we. You find Bala hunched over the altar. The woman has clearly found something and is either examining it or deciding what to do with it. You shove your sword into its scabbard to get her attention. Bala jerks upright and slowly turns, slipping something into her boat eyes. What did you find? Did you find anything interesting, you ask, looking into the woman's serene face. Bala shakes her head and cringes. She pulls magical plaques from her boat eyes. Curses she puts them on the altar. You examine the brightly colored magic cards. This woman's a go-getter if there ever was one. Bala cringes, feeling her breath. What are you looking at, Icon? You should look at the boobs blazes get you. Didn't you know? Here they are. Happy now. Okay, that's one way to distract. Did that burn? The battle cards must feel hot now. Didn't you used to live in the street? Did you steal from your clients? I didn't steal anything from you. Aren't these my rightful spoils? It belongs to the finder, and that's me. I'm not a robber. I'm I'm trying to survive and make provisions in case I actually do. These are just trinkets. The altar was plastered with them. These are magical battle cards, Bala. Being hot makes them combat ready. They might save the lives of you or your friends. Alright, I understand. I'll keep what you said in mind. Well, technically, no. She got mad at us because we were paying attention to what she stole from the altar and flashed us her breast. But they didn't show that. Try, you're not helping. One more. Leaving already? Yes, because everyone does. Better early than late, pretty face. You're a smart one, Icon. We all follow Kendi because she acts like a warlord, always making the right decision, keeping her word. Now Kendi follows Reed. You ask me why. I tell you, every warlord needs a king or queen. Things are as they are. Yes, the ladies are a fine bunch. Even Swarty the Wimp is good with her bow. A hunter's daughter she is. Like all of us, she's had to kill. It was a long way from Gordon. We got to know each other. Those able to stand up for themselves sort of stuck together. This isn't enough. You wouldn't have made it through the tunnel without me. We haven't made it yet. Don't forget that a woman's strength has nothing to do with her willingness to use a man. You must be a terrible leader. Morale is always low. Technically, it's the end of the world. There's nothing we can do to improve morale. We all have our own plans, but we'll stick together until we find a place where they don't pull harlots off the streets to torture them for a festival. If this is indeed a reaping, there will be no safe havens. Stay on guard. I'm always on my guard, Icon. Those who aren't are already dead. Try, shut up! Dude. Every dead man used to be alive. Alright, let's go. Dune poured several buckets full of water into the mechanism. Now he's fetching wood. The ancients harnessed the power of fire and boiling water to rotate the metal wheels. Some would have believed it witchcraft. You can't think that I hope to fool you. I should have done what that official had done at the tunnel entrance. Now my life is forsworn. I have no other choice but flee. Wherever my feet will carry me. Not my choice, though. Gelia is also part of Frisia. Only the Kimra thrive in the hungry steppe. Only the bandits in the Valley of Mercy. In the Vale of Mercy. It looks like I'll have to walk all the way to Bacana. I just have one question. No matter where you go, there's only one way to the Vale of Mercy. Will you let me come with you? I fought in the Baldarian War and put my sword skills to the test many times. Only if you fight beside me. I will, Icon. I have a question, though. These girls traveling with you are all very fine-looking. Are any unmarried? Okay, so this guy clearly has the right idea, according to Try and Morning. That's 2 questions in a row, and time is of the essence. Please hurry up and fix the engine. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. And away we go. The machine slows down. Doom swearing tells you that something's gone wrong again. You close your eyes, remembering a gray-haired yet able-bodied warrior ascending to the altar of the Shadow Temple. He could have served for many years to come. He had no family, no offspring. Instead, he cut his own throat at the altar, washing the sacred stones in his blood. It was done for a single purpose, so younger warriors could inherit the sacrificial stones embedded in his body, one of which would contain the spirit of his previous master. That day, you locked gazes with the gray-haired warrior, despite not wanting to. His eyes were pools of pain, not physical pain, but spiritual. His very soul was in agony. The pain didn't go away, even when he was dead, when the priest cut the sacrificial stones from his body and removed his head to put in a ritual vessel. You looked at the warrior and saw yourself. The pain you felt was as if someone very close to you had given up his life on the altar. When it was your turn to lie on the blood-stained altar, the priest cut your skin and inserted a clean strix meant to harbor your soul like a vessel, until one day, it will leave you in the exact same way. Doom climbed into the carriage, his face creased with worry. He leaned forward to address you. I had to stop the machine, just the engine being temperamental. What worries me is the tunnel exit. Normally there were 3 guards, but if the commander of the 2nd Legion is still there, I expect no fewer than 10 men. Doom is clearly trying to please you, so you nod. You still need him, not least of all for stopping the machine, when the time comes. Doom chuckles approvingly. God's willing, we'll manage. I have my own bone to pick with those guards. They treat us mechanics like dirt. I've had enough. You follow Doom with your gaze and slide your sword from its scabbard. There's not a burn mark where a strix used to be. You suddenly realize it's a weakness. Kenny calls out to you. Hey Icon, you can rely on us. We're ready to fight. You remain silent. You have no need for any of them, but they can try to save their own lives. Mike, that's actually an excellent question. I'm assuming that we don't get any negative effects. However, what I'm presuming is that we cut out a major part of the story if we don't go through the memories. So by going through the memories, we'll be able to unlock different options, especially with the other people. Yeah. Dialogue options if you have to use the trick, stuff like that. And if you remember in our last playthrough, the people that we didn't talk to a lot were the ones who tended to die. So, or have something happen to them. But let me see something right quick. It said that we could assign stuff to them. But I don't see... I'm assuming it's just assigned to the party. But yeah. But, for example, now Doom, the mechanic, is a part of the party. I'm assuming he wouldn't have been if we haven't been talking to him. If we've been ignoring him this entire time, I don't think he would have been an option for a party member. So, we continue on. They tend to get murdered. Hey, them's are the breaks, man. And now the battle. Bola comes in handy, but she also dies a lot. Swarty, Shannon. Bola dies a lot. Doom, you're in. Let's see how this goes. Try, you are not helping. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh, great. You stop your company before the tunnel exit. The Reaper you defeated in Walnut is silhouetted against you. So far he seems focused on the tall Paulian. The bearskin-clad warrior prepared to attack. Wait. When the Paulian strikes, the Reaper brushes him away with his sword. Not even an icon could sustain a blow like that and live. The hot-headed Paulian has fallen. You meet Tark's gaze. Artrax? Artrax. We'll go with that. It's your turn to duel. Alright. We're gonna need all the cards and everything we have in our favor. Like, I need to make it to turn 5 before I can use that. Oh, dear God, no. Alright. Okay, why does he... Like, why? I'm gonna have to start this battle over. Yeah, basically. Well, never mind. Try, you jinx me. Can I start that fight over? Yeah, we're playing that battle again. I'm sorry, no. No. We're playing that one again. It's gonna be flawless. Screw that noise. I refuse to go out like that. I refuse. That's some old nonsense. That's what that is. Wait. Does he... Well, since I started over, let's see. Waiting won't get you anywhere. Drawing your sword, you order your companions to attack. The paladin nods with a wolfish smile when you stand next to him. Okay, yeah. Let's keep that dude alive. We might need him. So I've already fixed a mistake and kept this guy alive. Hopefully he'll actually stay alive. Like, stop doing that. Why can't I attack anybody and you're just swinging in the air? That's some bullshit. Okay. I'm gonna do this until it lets me do what I want to do. This is my rebellion. This battle's gonna go the way I want it to go, whether it likes it or not. Not for him. It doesn't for him because he doesn't have the energy to attack anybody just yet. So, what I'll do, even though it's some old bullshit, is we're just going to move him into position to attack. Because once I take out Big Dude, I should be okay. Increase my defenses at least. There we go. Alright. Alright. Heavy strike? That took a lot of his health. I'm kind of worried about him now. I think that was his best hit. What could go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong. But we're gonna go forward anyway. This music's so badass. Get her in a position because she's gonna have to help Reet. Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank you. I actually planned that out and it worked. Hallelujah. Okay. Okay, he'll take more damage. We're gonna go with him. Yeah, so far things are actually working out this turn. Like, okay, whatever. Like, I actually have to stop and think. Like, and I almost have this game on the lowest difficulty I can have it on. You still got to kind of think things through on it. My dude! Ah, and the guy still died. Good job, guy. Don't worry, we'll get revenge for you. There. And they're trying to kill a little girl. Nah. We can't have that. Get wrecked. Okay, so yeah, that defensive move I did for Long Feng was probably the thing I need to do with him before every single battle. He is just tanking right now. This is ridiculous. Like, he's just standing there with like 50 arrows in his body. 50 arrows, blood dripping down him. Yeah, that's the best shot you got. That's all y'all got? That's all y'all got? Y'all got nothing. Like, man. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. Yeah, it is kind of cheating because I did not know he had that power, but with him starting out with 0 energy, that they had to give him some kind of trump card because it is really easy for him to die if you try and attack with no energy. So that defensive maneuver will probably go bad pretty soon anyway. Until then, we're just going to exploit the hell out of it. I mean, why not? Just, look at that! Just, that's amazing. But yeah, his defense is 37. He has to. They all have to break through my defense before they can get a shot at his health. So that's just he's just a stone cold badass. That's all it is, and I approve. Okay, so now, okay, yeah, my attack tree is opened up. Let's see. Way to the altar of the gods. That just sounds so beastly. Good God! Did you see what this man just did? Did you see what my boy Long Feng just did? 1 hit! Oh my God! This dude is OP as fuck. Holy shit. I didn't even know he had it in him. Holy crap. No, y'all, you do not understand. He took out one of the bosses of the game in 1 hit. That is absurd. Holy crap. Well, this, I don't even know why I was worried. This battle is over. Oh. But yeah, now because I used up his defense, so I need to hurry this up. Holy crap. That was absolutely amazing. There are no words. So hell, I may have to up the difficulty then if he... Well, no, I can still die. It's just that he has a... Long Feng just has a super attack on him that I didn't know he had. Okay, which one kills kills this dude the fastest. And our girl is dead. That's fine. That's fine. Let's use... I should have used a card. I have no cards to use. Okay. Alright, this battle's over. Fair... Mike, fair point. Fair point. We're just gonna leave it exactly where the hell it is. It's for the best. I was not expecting Long Feng to have that super attack on him, though. That thing is brutal. Like, 30 hit points. 30... It may have been more, because it was a critical attack. That is just ridiculous. Oh my god. Like, I'm still in awe. You have time for a short rest. You aim to reach the Isle of Shadows as soon as possible. To do that, you'll likely have to separate from your chance companions. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna power up everybody, heal everybody. And then we'll probably get ready to move on soon. Like, he is a lone warrior. He walks along inside this pit of danger. A place where no one follows him. He walks alone. If you know where that's from, we're cool. That will heal the party. Oh, it goes up as you use them. Okay, hold on. Hey. Serrated tip, +1 to attack, +3 to damage. Deals damage to everyone on the line. Huh, that is deadly. But +3 damage and 20% attack, that is nice. Give me a second. What do you got? Might, 1 to attack, 5 to energy. Unlocks gloat. This increases your energy by 5 when an enemy unit dies. I could get a lot more out of decimation though. Yeah. So we're gonna, did I pick decimation? Let's pick decimation for that. Did you just giggle? Okay. Archery Master. I think I want them all to have Archery Master. At the very least. I don't have to worry about her health right now. And Shannon. Oh, that's good. -2 to cooldown and -2 to activation time. That could come in handy. +1 to attack distance, +1 to attack. Yeah, let's go with that. That's the best. Because that's what always kills me with their attacks, the cooldown time. Mike, are you just extra horny tonight? What's going on, man? What's really going on? Be honest with us. We're all bros here. Even Sup is a bro. I think I want +3 damage. I think. Alright. Let's conversate. Nah, let's heal the party. It's for the best. And then we'll switch it back to Valkyrie Squad. Valkyrie Squad represent. Damn it, Sup! Why did I give you... Why did I give you your power back? Alright. It seemed that under different circumstances, the dark-skinned warrior might have been a decent commander. You know, if she wasn't banging other people's wives. Are you extra horny, Mike? You should read your comments, and you read them to me, and you tell me how they sound. What are you staring at? Admit it, you could have managed on your own, but we made the job much easier. Seemed like you wouldn't have taken down the Reaper without Reed's help, though. What do you all want? We want to get as far away from here as possible. Sticking with you looks like our best chance. I'm heading south. I shall neither spurn you nor look after you. If that suits you, I'm heading out shortly. So Kendi's loyalty increased. It did nothing for morale, though. Go figure. Yeah, thank you, Try. It's not just me who noticed. Well, in the absence of one mod, someone is going to have to keep Mike under control. Good luck, Try. Shannon looks immersed in thought, but she hears your footsteps. What do you want, Icon? I'm no match for you. Go suck up to Reed. She's been going on and on about the Icon's duty of killing the Reapers. Leave me be. I won't open up to anyone. Even to the brave Paulian? What do you care? Are you lining up? I mess around with whoever I want. Someplace where they don't tie you up and drag you to the scaffold for an errant look. They say it's easier to breathe than Bracana. How's the demand for my trade there? Would you know? No, I wouldn't know. Bracana is big. You must take a sip to know the taste. Get ready. We're heading out soon. Okay, her loyalty is her loyalty, unfortunately. You haven't noticed until now, Bolo's features are vaguely Bracanan. Your eyes will fall out, Icon. Gawk at Shannon. She likes that. I get the creeps when you stare at me like that. I could tell I have no interest in Shannon, but I feel that that would be a lie. Thank you. Loaded point there. My mother was from Bracana, and so was the father I never knew. Yet I was born in Frithia, where I've been through thick and thin. Is your homeland calling you? I can't wait to leave the land where they want to rip you apart or on a temple server's unreasonable whim. I'll go where the road takes me and see where I end up. Are you hurt? Why don't you say something? I've got an ulcer on my neck, but Reed says that it's not the bad disease. It's the reaping's mark. She gave me a little stone that eats the pain, but it won't last, apparently. We'll see. This little stone is called a Strix. I used to wonder why they make jewelry with these pebbles. Turns out, they're somehow sourced from the Menors and used in temple rituals. The reaping has come, Icon. That's what the redhead said when we were inside of Walton. The reaping. Why ask me? Go pick her brain. I didn't understand all of it. Something about the very last reaping. I gather everyone could die. Everyone. You don't say anything to Swarty as you examine the bluish sore at the nape of her neck. Something was written about it in the ancient manuscripts. The great ancestors of the clan and their first teacher warned about something like this. Why don't you go and check? Shouldn't be a chore to examine those glasses. As far as I know, I'm the only one that has it, but everyone's gonna get it unless we stock up on Strixes. You can't help but think that the Strixes inside your body seem overheated for a reason. Kendi, of course. She's kind and gentle, and clever. Only Reed is more so. Is why she doesn't want to be leader. Still, Kendi listens to her. It occurs to you that the name of their leader is of no consequence. You've been too chatty. You strayed from the way of the warrior of peace. For a moment. What did you want to know? Ask away. I've got nothing to hide. I can even take my clothes off if you like. I've never done it with an Icon. Just... Mike isn't alone in his horniness. You turn around and leave. But Lo Fang isn't feeling it. Are you alright? You don't look well. That Reaper got me. I think he cursed me. But I'm holding on for now. The swinging a sword instantly turned you into a warrior. I'm Kimmerin, so by that thinking, I should have many skills. I attached a Strix to that arrowhead. The Strix came from my own flesh. Unlike Shadow Clan warriors, we Kimera don't have handfuls of them scattered across our bodies. Plus, they're regular Strixes, not sacrificial stones. All that I know is that he can be killed. I don't know how, but there is someone who should. I don't have the time to look for the sage. Your home island is a long way away. The reaping isn't done with you. The Reaper isn't done with you. You wounded him, and he'll track you down unless I intervene. We Kimmerin know some shortcuts. Would you like to arrive on your island much faster? Are Kimmerin horses especially fast? What's the trick here? What's required to use your shortcut? Is it as short as you claim? You can be transported from one minute to another in a heartbeat. In return, you'll have to bear with my companions who are desperate to leave Frithia. Be prepared to spill a bit of human blood to step on my path. It's all the same to me. As you wish, even if it's a mask that becomes your face. Oh, great! Do you have anything else to say? It wasn't my intention to pour my heart out to you. Take my advice instead. Talk to the warrior that attacked the Reaper. Few can even stand in the Reaper's presence, but this one delivered blows. Warriors of such quality are hard to come by. You fucked up. Whatever. That is what I have to say about that. Where are you heading now, Pauline? In my country, we usually introduce ourselves. They call me Ruor. What am I saying? You're an icon. I should be grateful that you've spoken to me at all. To answer your question, I don't have much choice. There are many roads, but they lead in the same direction. A man eats wherever he can. My kinsman found me too hot-tempered, so I left. The Paulians are not the great people they once were. Are the Frisians any better? A rotten folk if there ever was one. They do their dirty work and take advantage of you. You do their dirty work and they take advantage of you. Hoping to find luck? What else would Apollyon chase so far inland? I took a job to kill Kark, one of the commanders. I bit off more than I could chew, and then this filth showed up. I barely escaped with my life. Who's your employer? Another commander, Norse. You see, there are two commanders on this side of the mountain, and each wants to take the Frisian legions for himself. So I ran before the hounds, in a manner of speaking. We'll have to repair that relationship somehow. You know. Why did you take on a Reaper? A Reaper? That's what it was? I thought it was a Frisian, bloated from all the eating. As far as I know, they marched south down the Baldarian Road. They await their commanders, or commander, by the Frisian Road at the Open Sepulchre. Where's the second commander? You mean Norse? He's actually commander number 3. Kark, the man that was here, is number 2. Commander 1 is Pelko Satori. He was supposed to ride out of Volden and pass through here. Norse paid for his assassination and then went to the Triple Minor. Pilgrimage, you see. How much are commanders going for these days? What can I say? Neither of them wanted to pay up front. I got a feeling that I'll get nothing for this one. If you knave no questions, I have one. Where are you headed? I was thinking of going to Procana. There's no return to Frithia for me. I like your Jolly Lady Squad. Jolly Lady Squad. Okay. We're going with that. It's either that or Warrior Wenches. One or the other. In many ways, if you know what I mean. I'll come with you unless you're averse to my company. Excuse me. Jolly good. Guess that makes you my commander. We're going to find Roar and a couple of those women in the carriage, aren't we? You're parting with the machine as if it were a horse. The Iron Road ends here, and the Gellian path doesn't suit it. The Icons care about horses, then? That's already something. I just realized that I'm not really Frisian anymore. I spilt the blood of my kinsman. They wouldn't have spared me either, though. Which path will you pick for your company? Do you even think of us that way? We can't skirt the triple minor in any case, but there are 3 different ways leading there. The Gales. There are too many of them. There's also the vile Black Temple. Apart from that, both the cursed and northern ravines are passable. For fear of soul. Fears of no consequence. One way is enough. We should set out then. It's been a while since I've ridden a horse. Alright, that's everybody. Your next goal is to triple Minor. Based on what Reed said, you hope it'll cure the redhead. She's losing her battle with the Reaper's curse.
No potion can heal this curse, because its root is in another's hands.
That's it? Usually there's more epicness to it. Yeah, the railroad ends here. Now it's all on foot. So so Hopper is catching up to Thorn. Thorn is around here at the Arc Minor. And everybody else is up here. So I want this map. Like, that's what I want. If this developer ever does any physical merchandise, I want this map for as a poster. Seriously, I'm gonna back out of it. Look at this. This is just nice. Okay. So it looks like we're all heading here. All roads lead to the end, I suppose. I don't want a printable version. I want them to sell me something. That's what I want. Sell me the things that I desire. Alright, moving forward. You feel the reaping go stronger, a shadow falls upon you. The curse that crippled your arm is heading to your heart. If you give in and feed some of your power to the enchantment, you can prevent the reaping. Alright, I know how this goes. Give in. Alright. You stop to rest. Ake, who's been eyeing your book of notes and sketches for some time now, finally asks you about it. Book lovers have their secrets, I understand. But why does your book bear the king's seal on the cover? Top aristocrats aren't allowed to use it on their ribbons. Even Prince Trig isn't allowed. Why are you? You can't help but smile. The giant warrior is actually quite observant. Trig didn't favor him without reason. What's the best way to reply, though? Did you know that Trig's father was as stubborn as his son? You ask Ake. I suspect his grandson is as well. He was supposed to marry a Gabonan princess, and the Gabonan monarchs are infamous for their family traits. They're quite ugly. However, the only beautiful bride around was the Izanan king's granddaughter, who just happened to be visiting the Odalan queen. How could he get himself introduced? Excuse me. You show Ake the inscription, sealed by the Insanan and Jaranan royal houses. The bearer is trustworthy. With a chuckle, you explain. The current king of Jarana was in training in Odala's regiment of young soldiers. The royal library supplied their textbooks. As it so happened, the princess was also an avid reader. That's how it worked out between the two of them. And the Go-Between Chronicler received this notebook as thanks. Ake stares at you, wide-eyed. Do you have any idea how valuable that book is? That Insanan princess, Trig's mother, died a long time ago. It's what made the king bitter forever. Now wait a moment. Didn't all this happen half a century ago? You chuckle. Yes, I was a bit younger then. As for the value, aren't good memories enough? Alright. We gotta get Hopper there as far as possible. If I remember correctly, they left the Archminor. So if we go through the Berkanan Road, we should be able to cut them off at the pass. We're gonna try that instead of going past Ruined Tavern and Outlaw's Tower and all of that. We gotta try and catch up to him somehow. On the outskirts of a roadside village, you spot a manor-like stone pillar. Many of these obelisks were erected in ancient times by villagers hoping to attract the god's grace to their settlements. The sick had already begun pilgrimages to the manor for healing, and the Temple of Divine Retribution wasn't yet nearly as powerful. In remembrance, you press 3 fingers to your brow, then your lips, then your heart. Aka stares at you wide-eyed. What's all that pointing? The 3 corners, the zigzag. Is this a sign of the Trinium? I've seen that gesture somewhere, but I can't remember for the life of me. Maybe a vandal worshipping its idol, or a guard at a manor. What does it mean? Temple service users just bury their faces in their hands and grope at the nearest wall. You smile. No, the Trinium doesn't have a special sign. Some call it 3 corners, or a zigzag, or others don't bother with the name and simply press 3 fingers, symbolizing the most senior, triple manor. First to their forehead, then to the lips, then to the heart. It means, I remember, I praise, I love. Or, I think, I preserve, I keep. Whatever you prefer. Aki shakes his head in frustration. Don't muddy the waters. Who do you remember, praise, and love? What do you mean about preserve and keep? What do you think about preserve and keep? What in blazes does it all mean? I like Ake. Ake shakes his head in frustration. Oh, wait. You sound like a temple overseer, Ake. Looking for a hearsay everywhere. Once upon a time, this was simply a greeting used by one of the heralds who descended into this world during the Divine Retribution. His name was Miketh. Miketh? Miketh. We're gonna go with Miketh. He and the other heralds went from village to village, giving hope to survivors of the Retribution. He also said that any stone can be a manor, if you seek grace within. It takes some time to sink in. I see, says Ake. But what use is this grace? A pole is a pole, a manor is a manor. It's all worth thinking about, but I'm afraid so many thoughts will crack my skull. So, Mike, somehow you made it into the game. Good job. Why would I go backwards? We're going to the Ursus Road. That is the best way to go. You diligently watch the road. Nevertheless, an odd woman in tattered clothing suddenly appears out of nowhere, catching you by surprise. That's a... You know what? Never mind. It's 2018. I'm going to go to bed. Nice. Yes, Micah, that is now your new title. I'm going to kind of go to the end of this road, and we'll probably stop the stream there anyway. But thanks for coming by, my friend. I appreciate it. The horse rears up as the woman leaps aside. You could have run over me, handsome. You won't get away that easily. I need to tell someone their fortune. No handouts for your trade. I should tell you what was and what will be. You notice pink sores on the bag lady's hands. She must be ill somehow. It'd be wisest to carry on and pay her no mind. Her fault if she doesn't get out of your way. Or maybe ride around her. Or have her read Ake's fortune, since the giant warrior likes bragging about his supposed tolerance to infection. We're gonna go with Ake. You nod to the giant, who extends his enormous hand to the fortune teller, grinning. Nothing to see here, she says with barely a glance. You are to be seated in the throne room. There you will also lie. You won't die, but you'll go through a lot. Ake grimaces in disappointment, but gives the woman a coin. After a couple of leagues, the giant falls from the saddle suddenly and starts vomiting in the middle of the road. What the blazes? I never get sick, he says as he recovers. You decide to slow down and tend to Ake. Making medicine and getting the giant back in shape eats up a whole day. Thankfully, you're quite skilled. After sleeping it off, the giant is completely cured. What an interesting episode. No. I wonder... That way takes us straight to the Arc Manor. We may be able to... If we go to the Arc Manor, we may be able to catch up with him before they leave, depending on the timing. They may be too far out ahead. Or we can keep going to the left, and that'll take us straight to Ursus. We go straight to Ursus, we'll catch up with him. Well, the tooltip says intercept him at the Double Manor, so that's where we'll go. I will give in to the curse again. We're gonna have to start resisting the curse at some point just because of the power behind it. You approach the stockade and closing a minute called the Arch. Seems like Thor's been here. Ansys paid placed a visit too. You see blood and sword shards by the gate. One of the masks lies in the dirt. The gate is opened by a stocky, gloomy soldier. He scans your group with suspicion, finally resting his gaze on Ake. The giant warrior dismounts, handing the guard the papers. You do likewise and approach the guard. My dude, Vegan! Good day to you travelers. Vegan, chief watchman of this harbor. I mean, this arcade. At your service. I shall gladly see your papers. Do you have them on you? Hand them over here, please. Let's see who you are. Oh. Oh? That's not helpful. It's probably not the first time you've seen Prince Treek's seal. Are you going to pretend you don't know who I am? I'd like to ask several questions, Vegan. Answer me, and you'll forget I was ever here. To start off, tell me, you know Captain Thorn Brennan? Hey! True, I must abide by the seal of yours, but it's no excuse for threats. I see much greater threats, and so have my ancient comrade Thorn. He passed through here with a certain company. Helped us fend off the incidents he did. Yes, I saw someone like that. Looked mighty like Prince Ho. So, calling Hode Ho doesn't help. Mind you, I haven't seen him in a long while, but the two lads have a lot in common, I swear. What is Thor's company like? Is it all warriors? Who knows? It's not like I bumped my sore ass on the saddle with them. They fight well, and the rest remain to be seen. One of his men turned out to be a worthless bastard. Caused me a lot of trouble. Thorn didn't even try to stand up for him. So if someone's a good warrior, he's not necessarily a good person. I have this Fisk in jail awaiting trial. You could say so. One of his veterans was corrupted. We buried this Krieger on the hill outside the stockade, not in the local cemetery. The villagers are pious. They don't need someone like that near their homes. What do you mean by corrupted? You're not making any damn sense. What was wrong with this Krieger? Will you tell me or not? How would if I knew magic like I know my rig and tackle? As it stands, I know shit. If you are so bloody curious, go have a look at for yourself. Maybe the gods cursed him, or some sorcerer corrupted him. He asked the way to Ursus, so I gathered that's where he was going. From here, it's either go to Ursus or go home. If I heard him right, he wanted to visit the minute there. Who did he ask? Did he talk to anyone in the stockade? I'm the only one he knows here. He spoke only to his companions and maybe to the merchants. No, wait, there was someone else. A seer. She calls herself Chilla. There is her tent by the manor. Chilla herself has vanished though. Krieger was a good brother, man. He was. It's a shame what happened to him. Interesting. It would be worthwhile to check the tent. It's not every day that you hear about vanishing seers. Alright, so we're back here. We're gonna do a little examining. You decide to examine Krieger's grave and ask Vegan to accompany you. It seems that he would rather join in battle or risk his life in some other way, but he is unable to decline your request. Reluctantly, he leads you up a hill. You find yourself in front of a recent burial with a huge boulder on top. The chief watchman spits on the ground. This is where my boys and I buried him. A good long distance from the village. Should have burned him, perhaps. When all this started, I thought that the white masked abominations with their strange swords were the worst horror of my life. I've changed my mind since. Aka shrugs. Why should I fear corpses? Fear the living. What are all those stakes for? And a huge bloody boulder on top. Now we are going to dig up the grave and bring up the. Now we are going to dig up the grave and bring up the corpse by the toe. Oh Lord! When Krieger's corpse becomes visible, your companions recoil in fear. Even Ake turns pale. Vegan wipes cold sweat off his brow. You approach the grave and, unabashed by the unsightly remains, document what you see from in your travel journal. The others look on in a blend of fear and respect. Once the drawing is complete, you turn around. Not a single word from anyone. Everyone looks at you expectantly, but their fears are theirs to deal with. Damn it, Krieger! A man of letters, a chronicler, may look like he is out of his mind, but without curiosity there would have been no chronicles. You see a beast. I see a victim of terrible sorcery. What is this? This cannot be Krieger. I've seen the man a couple of times. The thing in the ground is not him. It's some beast who's been buried for a couple of months already. I can barely hold my dinner. Fear not. Shit, what was that? I didn't just fall off the turnip cart. I heard tall tales of sorcerers and shapeshifters, but they don't exist, do they? I didn't know this Krieger too well. They say he used to squeeze money out of honest merchants and wouldn't keep his word. Still, he didn't deserve such a fate. He really didn't. No, they don't. And this is not a shapeshifter. The fangs and talons are akin to the marks on people's necks. This reaping, I reckon, would be the worst one yet. Imagine an entire pack of such beasts. Why is it decaying so quickly? I had to collect bodies in the summer heat once, but they didn't decompose at this rate. That's the flip side of sorcery. You use spells to fashion a beast and imbue it with power. But power can only be drawn from the victim's flesh, and leaves a gaping hole when depleted. I don't want to even think of who might have done it. A captain's insignia, what else? Krieger was the commander of young soldiers and captain of the guard in Albius. Oh yes, he had his captain's insignia. Thorn took it, almost burned his fingers on it. That's how hot it was. This is both good news and bad news. It's bad that a Strix cannot protect you from this plague, but it's good that it doesn't absorb venom like venoms do. The locals believe they are very necessary indeed. Now, if it isn't too much trouble, please ask your strongman to roll the boulder back onto the grave. I manage the stakes. Think what you may, but I don't want to scare them. Alright. Okay, please help us with the stone. There's no need to agree with the local folks. Let them believe what they want, and fear what they fancy fearing. It does more good than harm when the reaping is afoot. No trouble at all. Truth be told, I wouldn't mind having stone like this upon my own grave when the time comes. Just in case. Okay, that was unfortunate. Let's go see this bastard Fisk. Vegan, you mentioned a certain Fisk is awaiting trial. Are you sending him to Ursus? What's his crime? He was caught stealing and killed Grin the Potter. Grin's family had wanted him ripped to shreds, but then they asked for compensation. Thorn refused to pay. Now I have this Fisk willing away time in a cell. On top of everything, I have to keep an eye on him. Thorn did the right thing, if you ask me. The criminal is in jail, and who is Thorn to judge him? What else was he supposed to do? What was I supposed to do, eh? I need to Fisk in jail like a hole in the head. He sobered up, and now is crying like a baby. I keep 2 guards there mainly to keep our own folks from murdering him. What is Grim family supposed to do? Who's going to provide for his children? Let me relieve that headache of yours, at least a little. Here's a document from Prince Trig that compels you and other Duranian officials to aid me. You won't question the prince's seal, will you? This Fisk head will roll. Such a shame. He is no villain, just a fool who had too much to drink. Nothing can be done about it now. You haul Fisk out of jail. He believes he's being taken to his execution, looks completely dispirited. You can get neither word nor any sense out of him. He keeps wailing and mumbling something unintelligible. You have Ake to look after Fisk. He may or may not be of any use, but he should be taken to Ursus in any case. Ake nods, and you put Fisk out of your mind for the time being. Alright, one more place to search. And this is where the old seer rested. She foretold all the instance attacks for which I'm grateful. Without her, we could have failed. The seer had spoken to Thorn, and then disappeared while we were fighting the instance. She left some of her possessions behind. Her tent is still here. No, I didn't see signs of such an illness. She was wearing a dress with long sleeves cuffed at the wrist, stone bracelets on each arm, but her hands were cleaned. She made predictions, you say. What did it look like? How did she prophesize? Did she rant or chant? Yeah, Fisk is just unfortunate, man. It really is. All he had to do was not drink. How are these two different? No, she didn't do anything like that. More like she was raving, only that she guessed right every single time. Stood over there, she did. Squinted at the sun, then turned around and spoke. "Be ready, Vegan," she said. 12.5 inches are about to skirt the edges of the forest. And it happened every time, just as she predicted. Nah, she brought a salve to help with the neck ache, but claimed that it came from the Ursa's temple. It's already running out. What got me is that she kept chuckling under her breath with a fearsome look in her eyes. She also patted the menor, but warned us not to touch it. And that warning wasn't groundless. What did she tell Thorn? Can you recall anything? Should I have eavesdropped on their conversation? That's below me, but it seems Trilla has been waiting for him specifically. Him, or his daughter. She spoke with her too. Fast as a whip, Thorn's daughter. Listen, I also recall them mentioning Unda, the lady healer from Ursus. She is no old crone hopper. Half the village are old crones, and I know what they are. Trilla does not walk, talk, nor even smell like one. The way she moves will make even a young lass green with envy, so I reckon she's not human. What if I'm not human either? My back is not aching, and I don't reek of old age. I used to stand at the gate with the toll collectors. I could see through any cart, but this Trilla, it was like looking through fog glass. Could see nothing. She was reading my mind through the entire conversation. Not that my mind is full of thought, but still. And then she disappeared. She was here, and the next moment she was gone. The gate was closed the whole time. Tell her that I'm looking for her. A moment, my friend. There's something else I need to tell you, but I can't remember what it is. It's on the tip of my tongue. Well, try to make sense of your memory. Then we'll speak. I will. I keep forgetting things, so maybe it's time I learn to read and write. Or failing that, hire a scribe. I'll let you know if I remember anything. Deal. Mind you, I won't be here for long. Once I take care of things here, I'm heading to Ursus. Oh, that's up to you. I'm with you on that. Okay, so I think we got everything we needed done here. As you're about to leave the sake, Vegan approaches you. I'm no rebel, but I speak my mind. You're chasing after Thorn, but he has broken no laws and done no vile deeds. That's what I believe. You smile. These days, everyone wants to warn me, but every other warning is a threat. I should probably get used to it. Let me bid you farewell, Vegan. I tarried here more than I had meant to. Vegan, however, takes the rein from your horse, signaling clearly that the conversation is not over. With a sigh, you dismount. Hang on a moment. I have to tell you something. Old age has gotten me, not my back, not my knees, but in between. But I remember. I remember, damn it. What do you remember, Vegan? Spit it out. It is inauspicious to muddy farewells with talk. Who cares how inauspicious it is when the reaping is upon us? No matter how you spin it, it can't get any worse. I just remembered something. Something Trilla said the moment she arrived. I forgot all about it in the subsequent turmoil, but now it struck me like lightning. She may have been raving, but that's what she said. The wise will take to heart what the foolish will not hear. There are holes and holes. One bites, the other brags and moralizes. Talk to those who are eager to talk. Sometimes the tongue knows more than the head. What is all this supposed to mean? I don't know yet, Vegan, but I will think about it. Good luck to you. Good luck to you now. Don't be quick to judge your friends, current or former. The day for that is yet to come. You leave the stockade. It seems that you have managed to conceal the shock of seeing Krieger in his grave, but you are startled nonetheless. You have witnessed things more terrible during the previous reapings and times of turmoil, but it is only now that you fear prickles of genuine fear. Field prickles. This is the kind of fruit of the last reaping brought elsewhere 1,000 years ago, and those ousted from there ended up in Terminum. Yeah, I said that right. These were the omens of a dying world. Talons, fangs, and an overarching desire to rip into your own kind. What could this mean now? The end of Terminum? Or could it be the awakening of the one who turned your own world into a blazing hell? Were the charm of the ringing bells perhaps protecting Berkana from that horror? You look at your blackened hand and find no answer. Your heart pounds heavily in your chest, filled with a feeling of inevitability.
Hope is like the sun. It turns red and goes out. Should we wait for a new dawn?
Alright, folks. I think we're going to cut to the map here. I think. Maybe. It's loading? Okay, yeah, it's loading. Alright, done. Alright. And that is where we're going to end it for now. A lot to digest from that one. We've got a harem now. The curse is getting worse. Everything's going crazy. It's just, and now we're back with Thorn. We're all heading to Ursus, though. That seems to be the way. So, we survived for now. That is good for us. So next time we'll hang with Thorn for a little bit, and inevitably there will probably be a Hot Springs episode. How the hell do we have a Hot Springs episode at the middle of the end of the world? That's what I want to know. That's the real question that needs to be asked about this game right now. But again, really, really enjoying this game. I was not like that was one of the hypest moments I've ever had in a fight in a video game, when he just absorbed all those attacks and just unleashed the beast in that way. But not that kind of beast. But yeah, Mike will be back for that one. So what I'm thinking is either Friday or Saturday. When I decide, I will make a notification, and we'll have that streaming date in. But we'll definitely have to pick it up if we want to get this through. I would like to get this through before the end of the summer, and then at the end of the summer pick up with a new game. But we'll see. We still got a lot to do. Like, we barely scratched the surface on this game, and we're already, I think, over a third in. So we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for coming out to the stream, especially Try. Appreciate you for letting me promote my stream on your Discord channel a lot. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll pick it up from here. See you guys next time. Thanks a bunch. And yeah, and have a good rest of the week. It's hot out here, so stay cool.